Hi everyone, Summer with AstariaSen. We're back with another tarot tag. This one is from Cortney over at Erie's Witchcraft. I will leave a link down to her original video down in the description. It is called the Dreadful Tag. Now, you all know I don't have a lot of darker decks, and this is kind of a darker tag, so I did the best I could with what I had. So here we go. There is 12 questions. Or prompts, and only one of them I don't have anything for. So I'll let you know which one that is when I get there. Okay, first up, your vampire deck. This is a deck that sucks up most of your time. For me, the deck I use the most or most frequently jump to or anything like that, like I could literally come back to this deck time and time and time and time again, is going to be the Crystal Visions Tarot. It's an absolutely beautiful deck, and it doesn't matter what happens, I always manage to come right back to this deck. I can read with it for just about anything, though it does prefer love readings. But it's such a gorgeous deck. It's my go-to for everything. I take it everywhere with me. I take it to tarot practice with me. I like doing my daily draws with it, just a whole bunch of other stuff. So if I'm not doing a review, I'm probably using this deck. Okay. The next one is the werewolf deck, a deck that your relationships changed with. Okay, so for me, the one I'm choosing is because I started off using this deck and then realized it was an extremely difficult deck for me to use. And that one is the Shadowscapes. As much as I feel like this is my soul deck because I love the artwork on it, I love the meanings of the cards, I just realized over time that it was so difficult for me to see the artwork because, I mean, it's such big artwork in little tiny tarot size that it became harder and harder for me to read with just because I was messing things up. I didn't see things the way that they should be, and I would notice the mistakes later. So that kind of changed my relationship with this deck. It doesn't mean that I don't read with this deck. It doesn't mean that I don't absolutely adore this deck, because I absolutely adore with this deck. But it does mean that my relationship changed with it over time just because I realized I could not see so much of this deck, and that hurts my soul. Like, it hurts my heart because I wish I could see better for this deck. I really, really do, because this is one of my first soul decks. Crystal Visions turns out to be my second soul deck. Okay. The next question is your medium deck, a deck you use to communicate with other realms. Okay, for me, that is going to be the Fairy Lights Tarot. This deck as a whole kind of just feels like another realm in a general sense anyways, but anytime I'm trying to bridge a connection to the Fae, I enjoy using this deck just because it helps me make that bridge happen. And it's just a whole nother world, honestly. This deck is a whole nother world. It's out of this world, right? It's coincides with us. It looks like a deck that should be, you know, part of our current existence, but in fact it is not quite part of our current existence. And I love that about this deck. This deck is a beautiful deck and the artwork is stunning. But like I said, like, it just has this otherworldly feel. Another realm, another world, another time, another place. And so this would be my medium deck, how I connect with other worlds. And I love that one picture makes two different cards. Because, you know, that's the way it should be, right? Okay, number 4, an orphan deck. And it's a deck you will remove. I have already done that, so I don't have any decks to show you that I plan on removing because that has already come and gone. So sorry, that is the one I do not have anything for. All right, number 5 is your Sweeney Todd deck, a deck that complements your psychic talents and is dark themed. Okay, so for this one, I am picking the Fairy Enchantment deck by Ian Daniels. This deck is the best. It's a fairy connection. It's got all these different spells and rituals and stuff like that on the back of the cards. The artwork is just stunning, and this right here is, I don't know, I guess it's how I feel like in tarot. This is what I feel like as a tarot person. I mean, I want to be this ethereal person, this otherworldly person, and when I'm reading tarot, I kind of feel that way. And I feel like this deck is what complements my psychic abilities, I guess, when I'm connecting with Fae. on other realms, and also is dark themed because let's face it, I do not have a lot of dark themed decks. Okay, your Dorian Gray deck, a deck that mirrors or reflects you. Okay, so I picked the Forest Spirit Imprint deck because it kind of mirrors me. Like, the backs of the cards, like if you remember my deck back video, I had said that if there was a back deck, the back of a card deck that represented me, it would be this one. And that's the truth. And the artwork is also very much true. I mean, I feel like this definitely reflects my energy. It reflects how I view the world. It reflects how I see myself within the world. And this is somebody who, in this deck, there's this person who's just kind of going through the tarot, like experiencing it through the characters in the cards. Like, this person is like, this is the Lovers and it's about the birds, but there's like this character that's in all of these cards that's just like part of like watching the story unfold. And I kind of feel that way about tarot and my psychic and a lot of other things about myself. So I think it's a really cool representation, something that really does mirror my vibes for sure. Okay. The next one is a witch deck, a deck that's witch themed or you use in spells or rituals. So I don't really have like a lot of witch deck themed, but I would be using the fairy enchantments for my spells and rituals because, like I said, this has spells and stuff like that on it, including in the book. Like, it has different things you can do inside this book. I hate this book though. Like, this book is the worst. It's falling apart, which is so sad. And it has this deck has a whole process that goes with it. Unfortunately, this is also out of print, but this is what I would use for spells and rituals. Like, you just can put cards together and you can create a rune sigil right off the bat. You can create like a 3-word story or figure of speech or saying or spell like command benevolent being. Okay, then you can use these different things that are on the card, one from each card, like scarlet, something that's scarlet. The white stag, so if I had a white stag thing or a necklace even, and maybe in the valley, so like you can go with the place that you want to be, something that you want to wear, and some color that you want to have or something like that. All these cards have different things on them. They're not all the same, so they're all different. So the variation in spell work and ritual work is insanely good with this deck. This is why I would use this for 2 of my things for this tag. Sorry, Courtney, I just don't have really a lot of dark themed decks, so this is as dark as it gets, which is why I had to use it for that one. Okay, let's see. The next one is Ripper deck, a deck you wish you could chop, slash, or hack every single deck. Okay, here's why. Hear me out. I have tiny hands, okay? And if I could cut all of my decks down so that I would be able to shuffle them easier, I would do it with all of them, okay? All of them. Not one of them, all of them. You have no idea how hard it is for me to shuffle cards sometimes, or even just overhand shuffle and hold the cards because they are so big because of borders or something. So yes, all of them. Okay, all of them. I would want to trim all of them, slash, cut, ripper, all of them. Okay, if I could, I would. Your Frankenstein deck is number 9. A deck you have modified or created. So this is the only deck I have personally modified. And the only modification that has come with it is all I did was add brown marker to the edges. That's all I did to this deck. It's the Forest Creatures Tarot. And the brown really looks good with this deck. And I just adore this deck. It's cute and, you know, fluffy and part of my world and part of the Fae world. And yeah, so all I did was just go through, I edged this in this really pretty brown color just to match that foresty vibe going on. And I really like it. Honestly, it turned out really well. And I definitely want to do a lot more edgings on my decks because that's one of the few things I can manage to do with my eyesight, because cutting them like the Ripper style, you know, it's not that easy for me to do. Okay, number 10 is the Scorned Woman deck, a deck depicting strong women. Okay, this one right here is probably the darkest deck I own. in all of my collection, okay? It's literally the darkest deck I own, and I couldn't use it for the other one because it needed to be used for the Strong Woman deck, okay? But if you are offended by nudity, okay, and graphic depictions of that nudity, skip this one, okay? Skip this one. Are you ready? It's the Luis Royo deck, Royo Dark Tarot. Now, Luis Royo is one of my favorite artists. He's not a fairy artist. He is an artist, okay? And this deck is, oh, it's so beautiful, okay? It is so, so beautiful. It has some of the strongest female characters I have ever seen in any deck. They are the kind of characters, like, these are your female heroines. They are the ones who are getting the stuff done. I mean, look at that. They're getting stuff done, okay? Look, she's turning into a wolf here. Look at this. Like, they're owning all of their power. They own all of it, and they have no qualms about it either. Like, it does not matter. They are owning themselves. They're owning everything they turn to. They're, you know, sexual beings, and I mean, just right in all of their really feminine energy. And this is one of my absolute favorite feminine style decks. Like, has just like that energy about it. That's that strong female energy. Look at this. Look at, how can this not be strong female energy, guys? How? They are so, so amazing. All of these ladies are just stunning, stunning, stunning. Okay? And they are so strong. So I absolutely adore this deck. And that leads me right into the next question, which is number 11, the Forbidden Lovers. It's the lover card that is seductively yummy, and that is also from the Royo Dark Tarot, because yes. Okay, yes. I'm a paranormal romance lover, okay? And so monsters are already my jam, so this is, yeah. I know people don't expect that out of me because, you know, I'm this fairy lady, but the truth is I like my Royo cards, okay? And I like my paranormal romance, and that's just the way it is. I can have many faceted. As a fae being, I have both a dark and a light side, okay? Royo is my dark side. Paranormal romance monster girly is my dark side, okay? All right, number 12 is Jekyll and Hyde show a pairing. So I do have a pairing here. I do, okay? I do. And I will show you that pairing. But the reason why I chose this as my Jekyll and Hyde is what you're going to see in just a moment, okay? So I'm going to use the Botanical Dreams Oracle for this deck because I think that it's the best way to show off this Jekyll Hyde thing going on, okay? So I chose the Tarot of the Secret Forest because this literally has double-sided, it's a double-sided deck. That is why I chose this, because it is literally a Jekyll and Hyde deck. Literally, okay? There's no other, I could not have chosen anything else, okay? I could not have chosen anything else. So here is your pairing. Like, see, I would totally trim as much of this off as I could. If I could, I would. Okay? Here you go. This is your Jekyll and Hyde. Like, there's, holy cow, okay? There's nothing better for a Jekyll Hyde than this deck, the Secret Forest deck. There's just nothing but look at that. Look at that. And even the black and white version works. It just freaking works. This is my Jekyll and Hyde. And I chose the Botanical Dreams just because I felt like it would match most of the artwork best, which it does. Even in the black and white version. Look at that. Okay, look, okay. It is so good. Okay, this is just so, so good. It honestly is. It goes way better than I even thought it freaking would. It is beautiful with the Botanical Dreams deck. Just beautiful, just stunning with it. And look at that. It goes with both sides of it. Jekyll and Hyde, man. Jekyll and Hyde. All right, so I hope you guys had a lot of fun enjoying my show off of my decks for this tag. Thank you so much, Courtney, for creating this tag. It is so perfect and so lovely. And I know that I don't have a lot of decks that go well with these darker themes, but I think I did a good job figuring it out. I do. I'm pretty proud of the fact that I think I did a good job figuring it out. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a very great day.